John Kear, a tough day, tough afternoon at the office for the Bulls.
Well, it was strange. It's been a strange day. If you'd have asked me before we came here that we're going to win 24 points to 16, I'd have bitten your hand off, because I watched the Oldham game against York and they were very, very good indeed. But after witnessing how well we played in the first half, it doesn't feel like that, because I thought at 24 points to 10 and a really good half of rugby league from our team, we've come up with a second half where it was absolutely shocking. I mean, all we've done is invited the opposition to attack our line simply through basic errors in the collision, playing the ball, and you know, all the things we did so well and we were so tidy at in the first half. It was like different people were wearing the same shirts.
Can you put anything down to
No, I mean, I'm mystified. I mean, obviously if I could put it down to, I'd tell you, but I'm mystified. You know, we've got players who are carrying the ball in the first half, challenging the opposition, playing it cleanly, playing it quick, and with some good ball movement. Then the second half, even if we tried to scoot 5 times from dummy half, we couldn't complete that because somebody came up with a loss in the collision. So it's absolutely mystifying, and you know, it takes a. You feel as if you haven't lost, as if you haven't won, because you're so dissatisfied with the second half performance.
Does that concern you, that second half moving forward?
Well, we'll have to have a little look at it, Mick. I mean, you know, you're asking me in the raw emotion where we've just finished. We've had our little debrief in the changing room, and I've come out here. So you need to try and do it in a sort of impartial way where you can take the emotion out of it. But emotionally, I mean, you just feel as if we were great for 40 minutes and absolutely awful for 40 minutes.
Let's focus on some positives, John. A bit of a slow start. The Bulls woke up and turned a 10-0 deficit into a 24-10 half-time.
Well, I disagree with that. Because we looked after the ball well. They looked after it. It was a proper arm wrestle. The ball didn't go out of play for about 13 minutes. And then we came up with we gifted them an interception, and then there was a kick try. So there weren't really defensive frailties that allowed them to score. So I was quite content at that point, because I knew if we started to string some attacks together, we'd be okay, and that's how it proved. And at 24-10, as I say, I was absolutely delighted with how they've played. And then you come in at full time and it's exactly the opposite.
And despite all those errors in that second half, the defence did at least work hard and stood firm. The
defence was very good, yeah, but we take that as a gimme, to tell you the truth, mate, because we've worked so hard in it over the season. The theory being that if you defend well, you've half a chance of winning every game, and that's proved today, because if we hadn't defended well today, we'd have lost. You know, that's top and bottom of it. So there's plenty for us to look at, improve upon before we hit this playoff series.
Toyo Gordo was on crutches at the end. Is there anything you can say
about
Toyo?
We've picked up 3 or 4 injuries, and obviously part of our medical staff, their job is within the next 24 hours to really get them into tongue and assess them, so that we can then identify what the problem is, how long they're going to be out, and how we get them back on the field as soon as possible. So it's difficult to say what they've done and how long they'll be out until we really have a good look at them tomorrow.
There were 3 players, 2 sent off and 1 to the bin. Have you any comment on them?
I didn't really see that, but obviously, I mean, you know, I thought the referee was better than our team. So you know, I thought the first half were comparable with the referee. I thought he refereed it quite well. It was quite a quick rub. There weren't too many stoppages, but the second half, I mean, it was stop-start all game, and it becomes frustrating.
Obviously, you were saying about the second half, how frustrating it became. I mean, Oldham themselves, they gave you a good go, considering they spent what, good half an hour with 12 men.
Well, they also spent a good half of the game with all the ball. So you know, you've got to look at that as well, because we completed in the 30% in the second half. You know, so if you're going to do that, all you're going to do is play a game of attack v defence. And unfortunately for us, we were the defenders, but they did it well, and they've managed to close a win. And I still go back to what I said earlier on. If you'd have said to me, you're going to come here and win 24-16, I'd have said thank you very much. I'll go home and sit down and enjoy that.
Obviously, potentially, you could be playing them again in a fortnight. Do you think there's much?
It's too far to look at. You've got to you can't look at all the permutations. You'd go mad if you did that. Everybody did that with the league structure, and it sent everybody mad, didn't it? So what you've got to do is you've got to just concentrate on what we know, who we're playing next week, and we know we have to play a side better than we've done today.
Obviously now the league structure is sorted. What's your opinion?
I'm not commenting on the league structure at all. I mean, I'm commenting. We've just played a game of rugby league. I couldn't give a toss about the league structure. I'm more interested in what the game was like today. And as I say, 40 minutes really good, 40 minutes poor.
more improvement from Matty Staunton again, John?
Yeah, Matty Staunton, he opened them up. It was a good try that he scored. And you know, you asked me about man of the match. He wouldn't have been far away from my man of the match, because I thought he was one of the steady Eddies in the second half, to tell you the truth. He was one who didn't come up with the headers. It was more the high profile players, the big name players, who came up with them. And
obviously you were at Odsal yesterday. We saw that magnificent 42 points to 22 victory over Carolans. The reserve game on Friday night against Halifax, can we expect to see some of the under-19 players get a shout?
I don't know, Mick, because we're going to sit down and we're going to look at what's happened today and try to plan out, because ultimately it's great to see the 19s doing well, the reserves doing well, but it's all about what happens on the first team field.